Artist.io.
So let me ask you, what is your breaking point when you break through? What if the pain that nearly destroyed you was designed you? Okay, I can handle that one. I am the adorable Sally, and this is Verses and Vibes, where we talk lyrics, life, and some of the unglam stuff. First things first, let me tell you about it. 24 years ago, I stood here rolling around walls around me were dull and beige, and the sound of pain seemed to seep into every cell of my being. My breaking point came on a Tuesday. I was strapped to a gurney in an emergency room, all alone. Bandages covered my body. I smelled a mix of bathroom floor, kitchen floor, and barroom floor. Tears streamed freely as my soul screamed from the inside out. It felt like I was staring through shattered glass. That was the moment I realized that what I had been doing was not working. I couldn't make the pain disappear. I just couldn't imagine life without pain. But then for the first time, I spoke about it. And that's when I learned the first lesson of this journey. Sometimes the most terrifying thing you can do is also the most necessary thing you must do. Because pain made me a believer, but not in the way you might think. Now here's where my story gets messy, because I quit drinking, and that's the easy part. The hard part is figuring out who you are once you stop being the person that you're not meant to be. This is from my identity crisis journal in 2001. Page entry 1. Who am I if I'm not climbing somebody else's ladder? Page 57 entry. Maybe I'm lost. Page 93. Wait, maybe lost just means on my way. I spent years trying to find out who I am. Am I the funny one or the deep one? The healer or the truth teller? The soft one or the savage one? I'm listening to Believer again when it clicks. I'm not one or the other. I'm vulnerable and unstoppable. Wounded and wild. I'm adorable and absolutely savage. That's when I realized I'm not supposed to be just one thing. I'm supposed to be all the things. The adorable savage isn't a contradiction. It is a completion. I can make you laugh until your stomach hurts, and I can hold space with your deepest pain. I can be that friend that brings wine to your pity party, or I can also be the one who helps you burn invitation list. But here's what I've learned. Your contradictions aren't flaws in your design. They're features. You're exactly the right amount of everything and anything you are. And if someone can't handle full spectrum, that's not the cue to dim down. That's their cue to level up. Now, here's the thing about breakthroughs. They're kind of lonely if you're the only one having them. So let me ask you something. You ever feel out of place? Too sensitive for the hard shells? Too honest for the show-offs? Too much soul for the cynics? And too much spark for the saints? Yeah, me too. And that's exactly why this channel exists. Verses and Vibes isn't just about music analysts and life advice. It's about creating a space where contradictory humans can exhale, where you can be healing and hilarious, where your mess becomes your message and your pain becomes your platform. Verses and Vibes isn't just about chasing perfection. It's about finding connection. Each episode will take a song, pull apart the lyrics, and match them with real life chaos. Maybe laugh about how art imitates our mess. Some days it'll be deep, some days dumb. All days real, raw, relatable. With some music and savage. Obviously. Every week, we're going to dive into songs that change lives. Starting with yours and mine, I have songs that, oh my gosh, there's so many songs that have touched my life and that my life have touched the songs. So I know that you guys have some out there too. Bring it on. Your story isn't just about you. It's about every person who needs to know they're not alone in their beautiful, messy, contradictory humanity. And trust me, we're going to have some fun proving it. So now here's your homework. And yes, I'm giving you homework on day one because I'm adorably savage like that. Drop a comment and tell me about your believer moment. When did the pain make you a believer in something bigger? When did your breakdown become your breakthrough? And don't give me some polished Instagram-worthy version. Give me the real, messy, beautiful truth, because that's where the magic happens. In the spaces between the perfect and the pretend. Use hashtag Verses and Vibes if you share your story on other platforms. I'm reading every single comment, every single post. Your stories become our stories. Before you go, set all those notifications to all, because every upload is an event. We're building something beautiful here, one verse and one vibe at a time. So here we are. What started as an ending somehow turned into this tiny corner of the internet where lost socks and lost souls find their way back. This channel wasn't born for grand plans, more like stubborn hope after everything else went sideways. It began in pain, the kind that makes you question if you accidentally signed up for the deluxe edition of character development. But somewhere in the chaos, a small voice whispered, "Try again." If you ever feel stuck, broken, or like life just pressed pause in the worst possible moment, welcome. You're in good company. We're all just learning, healing, and laughing at the plot twists together. Here's to awkward beginnings that somehow become new chapters. Here's to showing up, and here's to hope. Not cinematic, fireworks kind, but the quiet kind that keeps you going when coffee and sarcasm run out. Your verses matter, your vibes matter, your story, weird turns and all, might be the one someone else needs. Until next time, listen deeply, sing boldly, think freely, and live out loud. I am the Adorable Savage, and this is Verses and Vibes.